Hello and welcome back to Deus Machina Demonbane. You saved me, Metatron. I want to thank you properly, but... Yes, hurry. Major swing! Right before the steel fist crushes us, I leap out from in between its fingers, and the hand follows after us, tearing apart the room. And in its path is the princess, sitting down looking like she can't get to her feet. Princess! I grab the princess and fly through the collapsed ceiling to the open sky. Once I'm high enough, I can see the full shape of the Deus Machina. Gah! The pile of flesh that was Tiberius whirls atop the Deus Machina, rising into a whirlwind of meat that gradually regains humanoid shape. Organs knit together, bones form and harden, muscles shaping around them. And within a few moments, Tiberius is back to his original form. That's just fucking nuts. That hurt! That hurt, dear Kuru! It looks like I'll have to punish you. Beelzebub! A magic circle appears on the chest of the Deus Machina, drawing Tiberius inside. Looks like he's entered the cockpit. The Deus Machina raises its fist, so I flee even higher, but... Unable to control my flight, I lose lift and began to fall. Hey, Kuru! Shit! I flap my wings to slow the speed of descent, holding the princess tightly to protect her from the coming attack. And I touch down, trying to kick off the ground. The shock numbs me from the tips of my toes to the top of my head. To bear it, I fall to my knees. Still, at least I managed not to crash. I sigh with relief. When I look at her, I see that the princess is staring up at me, face pale. Sorry, I screwed that up a little. More importantly, Mr. Deus, you... Kiru's body loses speed and falls out of the sky. Preparing to crash, Kiru tightly holds Ruri to him. Ruri clings to him, wrapping her arms around his back. She feels something wet. Before she can realise what it is, they land. The shock is strong, but thanks to Kiru's protection, Ruri is uninjured. However, she looks at her hand over Kiru's shoulders. Her palm is stained red with blood. Blood drips from Kiru's back. The bright drops turning the ground red. Sorry, I screwed up a little. He apologises for the rough landing, but this isn't the time for that. More importantly, Mr. Deus, you opened the wound again. I told you it was just an emergency treatment. Yep, blacked out a little there. At least I came out of it before we crashed. Don't be so reckless. It's dangerous to stop your blood flow again. Yeah, but I don't think he's going to let us get away. Kiru tilts its head up at Beelzebub and behind him and curses. He sets Ruri down and turns to face the Deus Machina. His blood-stained back is laid bare for Ruri to see. You're going to keep fighting, Mr. Deus? Sorry, gonna have to use Demonbane again. That's not what I meant. We have to run away. If you don't get treated soon, it'll be too late. I'm not satisfied yet. That's your reason? Not just that. If we leave that fucking psycho alone, who knows what he'll do next? We have to finish him, here. But you can't, the blood! The blood, so much blood! Seeing Kiru's wounds has pushed Ruri over the edge. And troubled, Kiru scratches his cheek. And then he decides to pat Ruri's head again. Huh? I'm not gonna die. And with that baseless declaration, Kiru turns to face Beelzebub and shouts. Let's do it, Al! But... Either way, I don't think he's gonna let us go. Very well. And if I decide you can't handle it, we're running, no matter what. Don't worry about that. Let's go. It's the same, Ruri thought when Kuru patted her head. Yes, the same. The same as back then. Back then at a parent's funeral. She'd been crying against the gravestone, and her grandfather had silently watched over her sorrow. That day, she had asked her grandfather a question. Her words had been filled with all the strength her powerless self could muster, innocent, desperate in her pitiful haste. And those words had been, Why? Why do such terrible things happen? Is there no good in this world? Her grandfather had accepted her hate, and without saying a word, he had rested a hand gently on her head. The hand had been rough, but big and warm. It's the same. The warmth of Kiru's hand is the same as that of her grandfather's, and she doesn't know why. She doesn't know why, but she feels the same will from Kuru that she did from her grandfather. Their warmth, their strength, their ability to accept all sorrow and anger and hate. From the hate-scorched sky, with righteous anger in our hearts, we draw forth the sword that smites evil. Her grandfather had answered her then. His words, his emotions. She remembers them well. Those words still carved into her heart. They were the words that gave Ruri the will to fight. And back then her grandfather had said, "Ruri, it may be true that the world is filled with evil. However, it is also true that there exists justice that hates evil. That justice may be so very small. That justice may merely be a powerless thing that sleeps in people's hearts. But the day will surely come when that justice awakens. The day will come when someone takes up the unstained blade, and with it destroys all evil." It was with that wish that her grandfather, Hadukazu, had given his steel giant its name. "Thou art the innocent blade, Demonbane." "There you are, Demonbane. I'll show you the power of a true Deus Machina." "Kuru! Kuru! Kuru! Kuru!" Yeah, I hear you. If you're going to fight, pull yourself together. This enemy is a Deus Machina. The slightest opening will get you killed." "Yeah, I've got it." I focused my fading consciousness. Deus Machina. Beelzebub, he called it. And just by looking at it, I could tell it's on a whole different level from Destroyer robots. Can I defeat it with my power? No, I have to win. That's what Demonbane's for. "Kuru, 5 minutes! Finish it in 5 minutes! That's your body's limit!" That's crazy against this guy. It's crazy enough to be fighting with your wounds! Beasts and people are stronger when wounded. Beelzebub charges low to the ground, spearing Demonbane with its arm, and Demonbane shatters into shards of glass. "Oh, you think that'll work twice?" Beelzebub spews some sort of liquid from what I would guess is its mouth. You shouldn't be able to see Demonbane due to the mirror's magical jamming, but his attack comes right for us. The liquid drenches Demonbane. Smoke rises from the adamantium armour as it's eaten away. Acid. He vomits a second shot of the powerful acid, which I barely dodge. Part of the mana behind me is completely dissolved. "Come on, what's wrong? You can't do anything just by running, you know." I don't plan to keep running, of course. If 5 minutes is my limit, I'll need to finish this with a single attack. I have to find a decisive opening. "You're starting to bore me!" Something blocks out my view. This is Beelzebub's robe? Beelzebub's fist connects, and at the same time a shock rips through Demonbane, like it's just had a high-tension electric current run through it. Ah! Several hundred magical circuits all crash at the same time, and rendered powerless, Demonbane falls to its knees. Gah! What's wrong? Demonbane! Bad trip wine! Too easy. Now to put you out of your misery. Beelzebub raises its arms, and a raging sphere of blinding light begins to form beneath them. The light grows brighter and brighter. I've got a bad feeling about this. Our magical circuits have been corrupted by some miasma. It'll take time to recover them. You're finished. Now by your own power. Countless beams strike Beelzebub from the side. The shower of lightning ruins his concentration, and the sphere of light vanishes. What? Metatron has transformed her arms into Gatling guns, and from their revolving barrels a torrent of energy rains down upon Beelzebub. Damn you, Metatron! Don't you fuck with me! Beelzebub forms several layers of barrier field, shielding itself completely from the beams, but for the moment all of its attention is focused on Metatron. Now's our chance. Move! Mistress Ruri, are you alright? Winfield runs over to Ruri, who is watching the two machines battle. Winfield's expression grows enraged upon seeing Ruri's torn clothing. That lasts only a mere moment before he regains his usual composure and places his coat over her. It is dangerous here. Come, let's get to the command. Mistress Ruri? Ruri does not answer, and it's as though her entire soul is focused on Demonbane. Her expression is serious, and she's watching it with eyes far different than before, for she is watching Demonbane fight. I pummel Demonbane's right fist straight into Beelzebub. The silver blood that runs through Demonbane's veins purifies the miasma. Okay, we can move. Let's do this. Chain severing system activate. Timinus Critias. Huh? Atlantis strike! The close-range pulverization spell, powered by the energy of warped space-time. It's the most powerful attack available to Demonbane without support from base. When my kick catches only Beelzebub's robe, for his body is leapt into the air. You little shit! Shit, we missed! Not yet! Scimitar of Barzai! In Demonbane's hand appears the enormous scimitar, formed from many layered blades. Of course, Demonbane can use it too. I swing it with all my might, sending a wave of rending force streaking through the air towards Beelzebub. Yes! Beelzebub fires another sphere of light which collides in mid-air with the wave force from my scimitar. And the shockwave from the colliding energies consumes everything with its heat and pressure. The air explodes. Ah! What was that? Huh? Could it be? That's right, Al. Just like this. Now back on the ground, Beelzebub claps its hands together. And at the signal, a whirlwind of paper surrounds Beelzebub. His presence. Those are Al's pages. I knew it! The records concerning the Great Old One, Cthulhu. Wait, so they've got their hands on your pages? Oh shit, you've got to be kidding me. Tiberius laughs gloatingly. Don't think Black Lodge is made up of hack mages like you. We are far superior in matters of sorcery. Now then, die! Beelzebub forms a third sphere of light, this one far larger than the others. And it grows in intensity and ferocity, raging and howling like the hounds of hell. This time's for real, okay? Said your prayers yet? The Great One, Cthulhu, the divine manifestation of flame that lives in the star Formalheart. Those flames are formed with its power of like pure plasma. Oh man, it just keeps getting worse and worse. Fliga, Mafa, Cthulhu, Formalheart, Nithraga, Nathflan, Cthulhu! The sphere shines with a light of ultimate destruction, and the unimaginable heat bearing its fangs at Demonbane. I don't move. I grip the scimitar of Barzai, focusing my senses. What are you doing? Run, Kiru! Ultimately, even if I could dodge it, my body is at its limit. I wouldn't be able to dodge the next. My only hope is to pull a victory from this crisis. Focus. 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 Back then, when Master Therion had me cornered, I should have learned it. That acceleration of thought, as if I understood the foundations of the world. That feeling once more. Know them. Know them. Know them. Magic. Theory. Power. The world. Run. Run. Run! I run through the world, through the whole of the cosmos, seeking the law that will free me from this curse. I can find it. If anyone can, it's me. The inner shape of the plasma sphere. I see it. I see it clearly. I see the center of the spell, the nucleus of its power. Isolate! My scimitar moves at the speed of thought, and for an instant the world freezes. And then... Impossible! The pages of a grimoire float through the air. My stroke has severed the spell, returning Al's fragments to their original form. Utterly shocked, the enemy is motionless. And I see it. Victory! I bring the scimitar back in a second stroke, sending a blade of energy straight for Beelzebub. Beelzebub is a tiny bit faster and it twists out the way, and the wave of energy only succeeds in severing one of its arms. Ugh! Screwed up! I'm at my limit. Sleep comes upon me with dreadful insistence, dragging me down into the deep darkness. Shit! After all this? Well, that to me seems like an excellent point to end this part, so I will say thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next.